Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to another video, and today we are here for another severe weather breakdown. Now we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, including severe storms that are sweeping across a certain portion of the United States today, what's happening to come, and then some excessive rainfall and more. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting off with the SPC outlook for today, where we have a marginal risk of severe weather across portions of the Deep South, the Dixie Alley area, okay? Tornado threat for today, you have a 2% chance to see a tornado in your town if you are anywhere just east of Houston back through Dothan, Alabama here. Okay, so there is a slight tornado potential today. We saw some rotating the supercells this morning, so we're definitely on the lookout for that kind of stuff. Damaging wind threat, you have a 5% chance to see wind gusts of 60 miles per hour or higher in your town if you are in this same area, so look out for that as well. Hail threat, we do not have a hail threat for today. Moving on to tomorrow, we have another marginal risk of severe weather across portions of the Deep South Dixie Alley area. Tornado threat for tomorrow, again, you have a 2% chance to see a tornado in your town if you're anywhere east of New Orleans back through Tallahassee. And then damaging wind threat, same exact thing, and then we do not have a hail threat for tomorrow either. Sunday, no marginal risks of severe weather. If there were to be one to develop, I'd say it would be right along the southeast coastline there, okay? Climate Prediction Center, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook here. This is valid for December 7th to the 11th. Okay, we have a huge area across much of the central United States in the pink that has a 70 to 80% chance to see above average temperatures as a huge heat wave sweeps across the country right now, okay? So look out for that. It's going to start to feel like fall and even summer in some areas again, okay? So look out for that for sure. This is probably going to be our last major heat wave before winter. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, okay, not much to speak on, right? 8 to 14 day outlooks, 8 to 14 day temperature outlook here. We're still going to have an area across portions of the Ohio Valley that's going to have a 60 to 70% chance to see above average temperatures, kind of centered around the Midwest actually, and then more of like the Tennessee Valley, okay, so look out for that. 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook, not much to speak on, alright? So let's go ahead and move on to the excessive rainfall outlook, where today we have a slight risk of flash flooding in portions of the Gulf of Mexico here. I was trying to think of what it's called. The coastal plains area, alright? Portions of the Dixie Alley, alright? So if you're in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, this whole area here in the yellow, you have a 15% chance to see flash flooding in your town today. If you're in the yellow, anywhere from Pensacola back over to Lafayette. Tomorrow, we're going to have another slight risk of flash flooding, right? Alright? You have a 15% chance to see flash flooding in your town. If you're anywhere from Pensacola back up to Dothan and then back down into portions of Panama City, okay? And then going into Sunday here, we have another slight risk of flash flooding. This time it's going to be in portions of the Northwest here, in portions of Oregon and Washington, so look out for that in the yellow once again. Then Monday, we have another slight risk of flash flooding, actually two of them. One is going to be centered around extreme northwest portions of Washington, and then the other is going to be in west central Washington, just east of Seattle, so look out for that. Tuesday, we have another slight risk of flash flooding. It doesn't stop there, okay? Again, you have a 15% chance to see flash flooding in your town if you are in this yellow area, okay? So continuous flooding, will happen over the next several days in both the northwest and the southeast, so definitely be looking out for that flooding potential. Forecast models, right? What's coming next? Well, right now we do have that low pressure system kind of in portions of the western Midwest here that is bringing rain to lots of the Tennessee, Ohio valleys, and then also the Deep South Dixie Alley, which is where our severe weather threat is for today. Well, we go ahead and play this radar loop out to this evening. We're still going to have lots of rain, more in like portions of the northeastern United States now though, but still some in the southeast. And then we go into tomorrow here around noon, and that's where things really start to pop off here. There's probably a greater severe weather potential tomorrow than there actually is today. I mean, this is some heavy rainfall popping up here, all the way from southeast Louisiana back into portions of Georgia that will have some spin on these storms, okay? So we really got to look out for that tomorrow. Then we're also going to have a pretty decent snow event happening in the northwest, so look out for that as well. We go ahead and go into Sunday here, alright? That event in the northwest does ramp up a little bit. Maybe some isolated severe weather possible in portions of Oregon, but I don't really see that happening just because of how cold it's going to be. I mean, heck, this rain might even be rain. It could be snow for all we know, alright? So then we go into Monday here, right? Monday on noon, alright? What are we looking at? Well, not much really, and it's going to kind of stay that way for several days after that. Maybe some rain, some storms in the northwest, maybe a few snow cells cells moving through the country, right? But not much until we get to about December 9th here, where we can start to see a little snow system moving through portions of the northwest, right? It's going to head southeast, quickly dissipate, but it could bring some ice accumulation to portions of the Four Corner States and the panhandle of Texas, which is what we're really looking out for, and then also some rain to portions of the central United States, all right? And then the next severe weather potential, really, after we get out of this whole cycle of severe weather, will be on December 11th, likely, where we do have a pretty big system moving through portions of the Dixie Alley here, the Deep South, Gulf of Mexico, whatever you want to call it, right, where we could see a pretty decent severe weather threat unfold for portions of Texas, Louisiana, maybe even Mississippi, southern Alabama. Okay, so we really got to look out for that. And then a snow system in New Mexico around the same time, right? Okay, so yeah, December 11th is what we could be watching out for that. And then December 12th, that system still stays in portions of the Gulf of Mexico, producing some very heavy rainfall, luckily not on land. And then eventually we get into like December 13th, right? And that's when this system really starts to impact portions of Florida. Unfortunately, it looks like they just started a model run, so that's kind of unfortunate to happen at this time. So I cannot show you the rest of the radar loop out, but that was probably too far out to forecast that far anyway after that point. So I think we're good to go there. I think I covered that pretty well. Watches, warnings, and advisories. Purples are going to be winter weather advisories. Okay, you could see a few inches of snow over the next 24 hours. Blues are going to be your winter storm watches, where you could see several inches of snow, but just not right now. Those are going to be up for portions of northwest Wyoming. And then pinks are your winter storm warnings, where you're expected to see a lot of snow right now, all right? As they say, a winter storm. Okay, so definitely look out for that. We've got those pretty much scattered all across the southwest and the northwest here, so look out for that. Flood watches in effect for portions of Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, even some up in Oregon and Washington, so look out for that as well. We do have some dense fog moving through portions of, like the Tennessee Valley here, and then also the Ohio Valley. So, like central Illinois, northern Alabama, southern Tennessee, that whole area could be seeing some fog. Maybe West Kentucky, West Indiana. So, look out for that for sure. But, yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for now. So, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.